In many movies, cars are very good actors, they sometimes talk more than people, don't see don't touch me. First of all, the car is a human garment. On the first day of school as a heroine in Twilight, she drives a dilapidated truck, and you can see that his family is not rich. Not the car he personally chose. And when we see the 17-year-old male owner driving the Volvo C30, this car shows his aristocratic temperament, and the family pays, and the second car is a mirror of people. He reflects the personality of the owner. When the girl got out of the truck, she was surrounded by ridicule from her classmates.
Thanks.
He understood what they were saying, but he still chose to accept that the girl always leaned on his truck and would not be disgusted by his shame, indicating that he would not be arrogant. The truck was given to her by the girl's father, and her first reaction when she saw her was not how to give me this kind of car in the past, but oh my god.
Not perfect.
The so-called horse of gifts, do not look at the meaning of the mouth. Don't pick and choose gifts from others, which shows that he is rich in heart and has a grateful heart. Third, people who can say lines in the car say things that are difficult for them to say. When the weather becomes cold, the road is frozen, people are prone to slip and fall when they walk, and the car is also the norm. This girl found that her truck has been suffered from her father's tires that are not easy to slip. These 4 tires are the subtext that the silent father did not say. I love that you have to drive carefully. Sometimes the car can also express pain. When this girl is harassed by a couple of scumbags, the Volvo suddenly rushes out of you. After saving the girl, the man continued to use Volvo to express his anger. The thunderous horsepower, the explosion of the body sweeping through the water, and the rapid U-turn carrying the inertial force, these details all express the suppressed anger in the male protagonist's heart. In the Twilight Zone, male protagonist to open the Volvo is actually the original author has already written clearly in the book. In the series of movies, the male protagonist's Volvo car selection also changed with the plot changes to The Last Dawn. When the male protagonist had a wife and daughter, his car became a Volvo S60. In many movies, the Volvo S60 belongs to those who have a family, such as the hot mom hot girl. This successful mother is called a control freak by her daughter. She has a super high protection requirements for all aspects of life, and even does not accept her daughter riding a motorcycle. However, the car he drives is the Volvo S60, such as Garfield, a man who loves cats like life. Although single, he has high requirements for the quality of life, and has a super loving personality, and he has installed a pet in the co-pilot to do convenience. He usually runs around with cats, dogs and dogs, yes, he also drives the Volvo S60, and finally the weather forecaster is a well-dressed male owner, with an annual salary of $1.9 million, living in a luxury apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows. He values his family very much, always like a driver with his sons and daughters, and his father to go here. There is never bored, never absent. He also drives the Volvo S60, who has a love and a style of pursuit, and will drive this car with deep strength. The original author of Twilight. In fact, he specially selected this S60 for the male protagonist. When he consulted his 2 fan brothers to choose the car, he chose the Volvo S60 for him, on the grounds that although it looks like a car, it is indeed built for the race, that is to say, its horsepower is extraordinary. The first appearance of the original book, the author wrote that he was shiny and simply stood out, which was just in line with the personality of the male protagonist Edward, with a gorgeous aristocratic appearance, and a superhuman powerful physical strength, and the desire and strength of the self were very restrained, always using more stable rationality to manipulate instincts. Such is the case with the Volvo S60, which has shown great strength in the latest season of the Extreme Challenge. ESC Sports Car Mode 100 km/h acceleration of only 4.7 seconds, accompanied by the steady roar of the engine, the Axel Fei Chuan drift over the bend to draw a perfect arc on the ground, while and then steady braking. After the stop, as soon as the trunk was opened, the stars were even more eye-opening, and there was a large plate of tofu that had experienced such a violent driving tofu without any damage. This has to be attributed to the HRS hydraulic shock cushioning technology of the short-shaft dark horse Volvo S60. Sued for